Samsung is reportedly planning a big shakeup for its next-gen Galaxy Z Flip foldable phone. According to a new report, the company might ditch the Qualcomm chipset that's been powering its foldables so far, and instead switch to using its own Exynos chip in the Galaxy Z Flip 7 and the more budget-friendly Galaxy Z Flip Fan Edition. For the past few years, Samsung has relied on Qualcomm's Snapdragon chips for its foldables, including the latest Galaxy Z Flip 6, which runs on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, the cream of the crop from Qualcomm's lineup. But now, the company seems ready to take a major step in building up its own tech with the Exynos 2500 chipset in its upcoming 2025 foldables. Now this might sound like a huge shift, but it's actually been a long time coming. There's been a lot of buzz about Samsung's struggles to ramp up production of its next-gen Exynos chips, especially with the 3nm process, but it looks like they'd finally cracked it. A report from the Korean outlet Chosun, via 9 to 5 Google, claims that Samsung has managed to stabilize the 3nm manufacturing process, making the Exynos 2500 chip ready for prime time. So, what does this mean for the upcoming Galaxy Z Flip 7 and Flip Fan Edition? Well, these two models are set to be the first foldables to feature the Exynos 2500 under the hood. And if this goes well, future foldables might continue to use Exynos chips instead of Qualcomm's Snapdragon, marking a significant shift in Samsung's strategy. It seems like they're trying to reduce their dependence on Qualcomm, and this move is a key part of that plan. Interestingly, Samsung was actually planning to use the Exynos 2500 in the Galaxy S25 series, but that didn't quite work out due to the early production issues with the chip. Instead, they're going full Snapdragon for the S25 lineup. But it looks like they've got the manufacturing process under control now, and they're confident enough to use the Exynos chip in their foldables. As for whether the Galaxy Z Fold will make the same switch, that's still up in the air. Another thing we're not sure about yet is whether this change will be global. We've seen Samsung use Qualcomm chips in some regions and Exynos chips in others for its Galaxy S devices, so we might see something similar with the Galaxy Z Flip. It's still unclear if the Flip 7 will feature Exynos everywhere or just in select markets. Why is this so important? Well, Samsung has been working hard to fix its foundry business this year, and moving to Exynos chips could be a way to reduce its reliance on Qualcomm, especially with the price hikes coming for Qualcomm's new Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. The new Snapdragon is expected to be 20 to 30% more expensive than the current Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which makes the Exynos 2500 a potentially appealing option for Samsung's foldables, which are already a bit of a niche product. Plus, the Exynos chip seems to hold its own in terms of performance, so it could be a solid fit for the Galaxy Z Flip. So, what do you think about this shift? Are you excited to see Samsung use its own chips in the foldables, or would you prefer them to stick with Qualcomm? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take care.